Roots to Wellbeing uses the 5 ways to wellbeing to support your mental health. Connect, take notice, keep learning, be active and give. Thanks for watching.
Hi there, my name's Mairi Taylor. I'm a wellbeing guide based in Leicestershire, and I'm delighted to be part of Mental Health Awareness Week and supporting you with some hints and tips that you may find useful to support your overall well-being. And I'm going to focus today on moving, because one of the things I've found over the last few weeks is that moving and being able to move is what has made the biggest difference to my physical, emotional and mental well-being. Now, I know for each of us we have our own unique situation. So I'm very fortuitous in that I've been able to get out and walk with my dog every day. I live quite near some fields and trees, so I've been able to get out in nature, and obviously that is so important to our well-being, is that we can connect and stay connected with nature, because obviously we are nature. Hence why I've got some lovely flowers here, which was sent to me as a thank you for some work that I've done. But for those of us that can't get outside or don't have a garden, then I still want to show you how you can move and create movement through your day so that you can stay physically, emotionally and mentally well. So a lot of it we're going to do in a chair. You could even do sat on the edge of your bed. And one of the best ways to bring nature inside is obviously if you've got flowers or if you've got plants. But the other thing, and I'm just going to step forward, is to think about, have you got any essential oils? I love to use essential oils, and one of the simplest ways that I use them is at the start of any movement that I'm going to do. And notice I'm using the word movement over exercise. I really want us to focus on keeping moving and moving freely. So it's not about going out and doing an hour's, fitness class. It's about how can I keep moving through the day so that I keep all my cells nourished and I keep everything moving freely. So one of the ways I use is essential oils. You can diffuse them, you could wear them as a perfume or pure fume as we like to call them. And the other thing, believe it or not, that's really going to help with movement is drinking your water. So are you keeping up and are you drinking enough water? So one of the tasks I've set my community is that every hour they need to set themselves a little alarm and drink their water. And we've been managing to drink and upping our water in that way. And why is that relevant to movement, you might ask? Well, because as we know, our body is fluid. Motion is about flow, and more importantly, a lot of the connective tissues between all our muscles and joints needs water for well-being. So if we stay hydrated, cheers everybody, then we're also going to help to keep our body moving freely. It's going to allow everything to flow, and that's going to make us feel so much better. So I just wanted to share today a little routine that I've been getting up and doing most mornings with my community, which you can pop on at any time and see how that helps you to keep moving freely. Obviously, the caveat being is I'm not aware of your current physical needs, so please do work in line with any guidelines that you've already been given by a physio, healthcare provider, doctor or practitioner that you're working with. And if you've got any acute pain at the moment, please move away from it rather than into it. And if you don't feel an exercise is right for you, then please don't do it. But other than that, this is just a very, very simple chair-based routine that you can do to support your movement. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little drop of essential oil to the palm of my hand. Obviously, if you have sensitive skin, then please dilute. You might want to use a rollerball. If you don't have essential oils, don't worry. If you need, as I say, sensitive skin, then just dilute. And all we're going to do is very gently, to start with, is just soothe and rub the oil into our skin. And my reason for doing this is, one, as we're doing this, we're getting that aromatic benefit straight away. But two, as we start to move our hands around to do our exercises, we're going to keep getting that lovely scent, which is going to uplift our mood and support us emotionally and mentally as well. So let's take a big breath in, and then bring your hands down to heart center and connect first and foremost with your breath. So shoulders down, thumbs on the center of your breastbone, and we're just going to take some breaths in. So just breathing in and breathing out. Now that may be enough for some of us. If you want to take it a little bit further, then cup your hands over your face. Don't touch your face. And we're going to do what I call the Dr. Chatterjee breaths. So we're going to breathe in for 3, hold for 4, and breathe out for 5. And if you've got a little mantra or something that you enjoy saying, then please say this at the same time. We're going to do 4 rounds, so let's just connect with our breath. Remember, it's breathe in for 3, hold for 4, breathe out for 5. Repeat that 3 more times. And then when you finish that 4th round, take a big breath in, hands out, and if you want to, and if you're watching with me, let's give each other a big virtual hug. If you're on your own, just bring your hands and just squeeze the top of your shoulders and the top of your arms, and just give yourself that little hug, making it extra special if you've got a little bit of goodness on your hands. And again, breath is so important to calming us down and keeping the body moving freely. We want our ribs and lungs to be working. Okay, so you're sat in your chair. Maybe you're slumped back in your chair. Let's sit ourselves up, coming up onto the bony sitting bones. So we're sitting nice and tall through the spine, hands on the knees, and we're just going to roll backwards and then sit back up again. So we're just taking all the movement through the lower back and then bringing ourselves back up to a seated position. Just taking any tension and tightness out of that lower back. Remembering that if anything that I'm showing gives you pain or discomfort, then please stop it immediately. I'm keeping my feet on the floor. I'm just gently rolling back, and then I'm coming backwards and forwards. So just nourishing. Coming back to sitting nice and tall, lifting through the crown of my head. I'm bringing my hands to heart center. Thumbs, nose all connected. Then I'm lifting up out of my pelvis and just rotating. Again, I can connect this with my breath. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out as I come back. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. And let's just nourish the spine. Get it moving in another direction rather than just sitting back in a chair or sitting forwards if you've been working from home. And just this simple movement is going to wake the body up and nourish the spine. Lovely. And then come back to the centre. If you want to make that a little bit deeper, interlock your fingers so it's like the Charlie's Angels, thumb and index finger, shoulders down, and rotate. So now this is a little bit more challenging. because we've made the levers longer. By that I mean the arms are now coming straight out. I want to make sure that I keep my nose and my chin aligned with my thumb and index finger so that I'm moving the whole spine as one. And again, your range may be different to mine. Work to where it feels comfortable for you. Focus on keeping the arms long, so try not to let your elbows bend. So if you can only get to here, that's fine. Maybe over the coming weeks, if you keep practicing, because you can do this all day, every day. So maybe once an hour, you want to drink your water and try a different mobility exercise and just see how much further you can get. Come back to the center, hold it here. Now I want you to bring your left hand to your right knee and then take your right hand behind, and now we're going to look over that shoulder. So you can hold on to the back of the chair just to give you a little bit more purchase. Take a breath in, and then can you go a little bit further and just get some movement back into your spine. And then very slowly unwind yourself, and then let's try the other side. And I already know the other side is going to feel so much tighter. So now my right hand to my left knee, left hand I'm taking it behind the chair, so I've got a little bit of purchase, and then I'm coming back round to the centre. Next thing we're going to do is some knee lifts. So these exercises that I'm showing today are really in this video for somebody who's not getting to go out, so isn't able to go out walking and putting in some distance in nature. You might want to, as I say, be diffusing some lovely essential oils or something that reminds you of nature. Maybe you like the seaside, maybe it's the woods, maybe it's a lovely summer's meadow, fresh grass, whatever is going to suit you. So all I'm doing here is bringing my knee up. Again, your range is going to be entirely up to you where you can take it. Let's do one more on each leg and then hold it there. The next exercise we're going to do, I'm just going to bring my chair a little further forward, is where I'm going to take my right ankle over my left knee. Now, if that feels uncomfortable for you, you can do the same exercise, just keeping the feet on the floor. So if the ankle's coming over the knee, I just want you to gently press into that knee. So the knee's going to try and push towards your belly button, and your hand's going to hold it in place. Very gentle, no pressure. So it's not like it's just, we're just holding them in place. If you can't cross over, bring your hand to the inside of your leg. Your knee's going to try and push across, and your hand's going to resist it. Again, make sure that there's no tension in your neck or shoulder. Uncross, let's swap to the other side. So notice how my left knee is much lower than my right. So again, that knee's trying to push up towards my belly button or in towards my belly button, and my hand's just holding it still. So there's very, very, very little action, and again, you can just hold it here. Let's go again for the right. And again, you can practice this exercise a couple of times a day. If it's causing any pain, then please stop it. If there's a little bit of discomfort, so for me there's a little bit of discomfort just because I'm nice and tight, then you know, that's okay, but you judge. Let's go to the left hand side. And then uncross, and then all we're going to do is stand up and just let our hips go side to side. So just moving our hips out side to side. And then we can sit back down again and just repeat that little sequence again. So that's a very simple little combination that you could be using to keep yourself moving freely and helping you to keep your body and mind feeling fit, well and fabulous. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing other hints and tips with you soon. Bye.
If you feel inspired and want to learn ways to support your mental health, please subscribe to our channel. Or you can find us at www.rootstowellbeing.org. And if you would like to get involved in future videos, please contact hello@rootstowellbeing.org. Thank you.